Okay, you guys, I'm just resting right now until I have my appointment here in a little bit. I have an appointment. I do need to charge at my phone. I would turn on this light, you guys, but it is so bright, and I'm going to show you what I mean. I don't want to blind you guys. Yeah, it's too bright. So, this is what maintenance would come and fix if something happens in here. This big light, and then I have another one like right over my bathroom sink. So it's crazy work with, and there's one of these big lights like this in my living room on the other side of this wall here. Um but anyways, you guys, I go back to class next month. My college contacted me today. Um they contacted me today to let me know about my classes for the fall. And I kid you not, it just seemed like yesterday I went on break. Time really does go by fast when you're just enjoying some quality off time. And I went on leave, you guys. I went on leave because of everything legally going on with my ex. And that's what I was telling my school. There was a lot of legal stuff going on and still is going on with my ex. And um, I have to go to court and stuff and get this situation resolved in court. And, hopefully we don't have to go back to court. Um, Hopefully we don't have to go back to court. It's just, it's just been an upscale battle, you know, dealing with him and all of just the legal stuff that he has legitimately put us through um when he did. So you guys, I go back to class. My work hours are getting ready to really increase to be able to cover my classes and everything like that. So um it's looking like, because my job is only requiring me to work 10 hours a week, but I'm probably going to be bumping that up to 15 to 20 hours a week. Um, Once I do go back to class to be able to put money back to cover classes this week, I am gonna get 10 hours in. So that's gonna be a huge relief with just extra work hours and bonuses on my check. And of course, I am preparing my kids to go back to school. I literally have less than a month to get them situated with school, and I would want them to start on time. So I haven't even started uniform shopping yet, and I have to start getting uniforms for them probably sometime, towards the third and fourth week in July. I have to start, school shopping, at least to just get them started, with the basics. And then as time goes on, just to, kind of add on to that. So I started buying hangers, for my kids' uniforms and things like that. Just things that I know that they're going to need on top of them still buying furniture in here and getting things that I need in the apartment. Um, just, I know furniture here soon, household cleaning supplies as time goes on, just things that you would need to kind of be situated in your home. And that's kind of why I moved when I moved, because I knew what time frame that I was under, and I wanted to be moved a month before they went back to school and myself. So they go back within a month. I go back within 6 weeks. And, it's just kind of getting prepared. and stuff like that. So I have someone that I'm going to be buying my textbooks from. So it's going to save me a whole lot of money. And of course, with me paying for classes. So I do go back from August all the way until December. And then I'll be on break. And then I go back to class after break from January to, I want to say, April or something like that. And then my summer classes would be like from May until August, because it's like 4 months within a semester. So you guys, there's just a lot I have to do. There's a lot that I have to do, and all of this legal stuff that my ex has us in, it doesn't make any sense, the legal stuff that he has us in, on top of me getting situated in my home, and you know getting my home prepared for the winter, because I know it's the summer, but it's kind of like getting bedding for the winter, getting things in the home for the winter, right? Rugs and things that I'm going to need in my home here, so that we're good for the winter. I know heavy curtains. Um, I have to get heavy curtains. My windows are very wide, you guys. They're like very wide windows, very wide blinds. I don't even know the measurements of these windows here, but whatever they are, I'm going to have to get maintenance in here to measure, or at least measure from wall to wall, what kind of blinds would be good for up there. Um, so there's just a lot that I have to do, you guys. There's so much I need to do in a very short amount of time. And I guess the main thing is making sure that my kids are situated with school and starting on time, um, followed by them having what they need for uniforms and things like that to start on time. Um, there's just a lot that I have to do. I don't even know when orientation is for these schools. And I did contact my oldest daughter's school, and we have to actually go there Monday. My other two kids, I'm gonna probably have to contact their schools tomorrow to follow up with that and their registration, so that they can all start on time. There's just a lot that has to be done, on top of the furniture that I have to get. It's just so much. It's like I have a to do list of what I have to do, and I have everything in the shopping cart of what I have to buy and what I have to get. And as I'm buying these things, I'm checking them off. Um, I literally don't have time. I don't have time for these men out here. I can tell you that right now. Between working and school here soon, you guys, my schedule's gonna be maxed. I am going to be increasing my work hours. So that's going to be some crazy work there. And then me in classes 20 hours a week. Yeah. Whew. Definitely not going to have time for anything out here crazy. And that's what I'm saying to you men out here. You want to be playing in women's space and all this stuff here. We don't have time to be playing with you. You know, we don't have time, man. My bills are over 2,000 a month. I don't have time for you to be playing in my face. So I don't have time for that. I don't have time for any of this nonsense out here with you men. Like, I don't have time for that. I got too much going on for you men to be playing up in my face and have nothing going on in your life productive that can make my life better. So I don't have time, you guys. This is my little quiet peak. You know what I'm saying? Until August the 31st. This is my time to kind of work, stack up money until August the 31st. That's that little time there, time to kind of get my home situated. Um Time to, you know, get my kids situated with schooling, get them prepped with uniforms. Like this time here, I should be ironing. Well, not now, but I typically iron up their uniforms a week in advance before they start school. Kind of have their dressers sorted with their underwear, undergarments, have their book sacks ready, sitting on the dressers, you know, haircuts, whatever they need to get done, hair braided, whatever my kids need to get done, right? We're typically together, but I know the move, it normally takes a month or a couple of weeks to even get situated after a major move. Even though this was a local move, it was technically like a smaller move, right? But it's still a transition. So between the decorating my home and getting that situated and uniform buying, it's crazy work. It is crazy work, you guys. So I just wanted to get on here to let you guys know what my schedule is looking like and my view here on the channel, and how that's going to play out. And um thank God I'm going to have when the furniture comes, thank God I'm going to have someone assemble everything in here. I'm just going to hire someone to come in here and kind of get everything assembled the way that I need it to be, with the beds, you know. Thank God for that. I don't have to worry about that extra service. Just because where I live, you guys, and where my ex-husband lives, it's like an hour and 10 minutes for him to get from his house to my house. So I can't just like call him, hey, I need you to come over and like assemble a bed or something. No, I'm actually gonna get someone out here to assemble my kid's bed, like, and whatever needs to be done in here. So that's gonna be a huge relief in that getting done. And um, getting everything situated in here furniture wise. So that's gonna help me out a lot. Um, on top of whatever else needs to be done, but I think where the biggest stress is, what classes am I going to be doing for the fall? I think they told me Nat 212, Aroma. Okay, so I have easy classes that I'm going to be doing for the fall when I do go back, um, which is going to be a huge relief. I don't have very hard classes that I have to do because I did the very hard classes before I moved, right? And before I went on leave of absence. So my school is waiting on me to come back. And like I told you guys, Akina's Garden Healing will be reopened sometime later in the year, going into next year. So I I just needed to not have my practice involved in the legal mess that my ex-husband has going on. And once we do go to court in August and this legal stuff is still going on, even after August, then there is a possibility that this can linger on even going into the end of the year. So hopefully I don't have to deal with that. Hopefully we can just go to court, get this situation resolved, and put this behind us and move forward in a positive direction for the benefit of the kids. But if not, and this continues on legally, then I'd rather keep my practice hidden. Another thing I want to say is I graduate in August of next year. So, you know, getting close to graduation would be perfect timing to reopen the practice. That's why I'm saying towards the end of the year, even going into next year. So I'm still building the foundation that I have at the company that I'm at. which is a good thing. I'm still building into that and I'm still growing in that area. And I know that my contract is going to be ending here soon for that, sometime in the next 2 or 3 months. And then from there, they're going to promote me to a higher position with higher pay. And I don't know what that's going to look like, you guys. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know what skill sets they're going to put me in. I guess it's just going to depend on how things play out under this contract. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here to let you guys know and just update you guys. Today was a pretty long day between I had mopping to do and I had to mop the whole entire apartment from front to back. Um, because I hadn't done that since we've been here and I felt like the floors needed it. Um, and just kind of getting things in the home, things for the bathroom, things for the kitchen, things, just putting my little touch in the home to get it homey. And we're starting to kind of expand with furniture. And oh, I haven't forgot about showing you guys the picture of the bookcase that me and my daughter put together. I'm looking forward to getting wall decors on my wall soon. I'm looking forward to getting sofas and things in here. I mean, it's just God, it's just so much I need to do. The main thing would be first getting the kids' uniforms and things out of the way, getting them situated back to school, right? And then starting to get the furniture in here, um, their beds, area rugs. God, I need to get a vacuum cleaner, and it's just so much I need to do. You guys should see my card. It's insane what I have to buy, but it's like needed. Um, a lot of my pictures and things like that, wall decors, is in storage, and it's nothing for me to just go to my storage unit and get those things. But I just want to, just bring my own little touch in here. So the walls are bare, other than the TVs on the wall. So um, I think the main thing is where you're gonna lay your head and what you're gonna be laying under, which covers and blankets, and getting what's needed. And I think everything's gonna click once I start buying uniforms and I start getting furniture in here little by little, you know. So this is like my little nesting period before we get that first cool snap. And then you can start feeling the coldness in the home. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely want to get that rug down ASAP. Seems I'm gonna have to get something to block my door because it's like raining like crazy here in Baton Rouge, and it's been like that like all for weeks, at least for this week and last week. I know we're in hurricane season, so it doesn't help either with that. So there's a lot that needs to be done, you guys. There's a lot. So I just wanted to jump on here to just kind of follow up with you guys and let you guys know what's going on in my world. Yeah. Um. And anyways, hopefully you guys have a good week. Have a good week. I know we're coming to the end of the week, and um, I just definitely wanted to just let you guys know what's going on and what's happening. And I'm being very frugal with spending and how we're spending money. Tonight, I told the kids, "Hey, we're eating sandwiches for supper," and they're like, "Sandwiches? Yeah." So, I mean, that's like the cheapest. I did manage to get us some fish sticks, um, and did some mashed potatoes for lunch, and of course, we had breakfast. So They were like, "Oh, we want a pizza. We want," and like, no, we're not doing a pizza. I mean, if I think I have some freebies with Papa John's. I may be able to swing with that. I don't know. I just, you guys, since the move, I'm just being very precarious on how I spend money and where we're spending money. And this whole eating out thing, I don't care for that. I don't care for that. I would rather just be very cautious in how we spend money right now with just how expensive things are and how the economy is going. I would rather know that I have money put back than to spend frugally on eating out and things like that. So I'm trying to get my kids to keep that in mind that not all the time do we need to eat out and we can't afford to eat out like that. You know, rent and where we lay our heads is more important than eating out. And tonight we'll do sandwiches. My kids made a toasted sandwich, and I think that's going to be really good for supper. My daughter, she toasted her sandwich, and I'm going to get her to toast mine. And we're going to eat toasted sandwiches and chips, and we're going to do Subway at home. Yeah, we're going to do Subway at home, you guys. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to call it a night. So I do have my toaster oven, and I can just make those sandwiches and make them up and toast them in the toaster oven. That's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna do some chips. And hey, I got some cookies, and we're gonna do homemade Subway. There we go. There we go. So that's what we're gonna do here in this house. So this whole eating out, not in my book, not in my world. Oh my god, I forgot to get tomatoes, and I forgot to get lettuce. But I do have ham and cheese, and we're gonna do toasted sub sandwiches here. Because when I tell you that this eating out is just crazy, and everything else is just getting ridiculous with cost of living, it's better to be safe than to be sorry when it comes to money and how you spend money. But not only that, unexpected things can pop up. Unexpected things can pop up, you guys, with expenses. So it's better to be safe to be sorry. But anyways, I'm gonna get off of here, you guys. Um, I have an appointment here in the next 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm gonna get prepared for that. See how much time that I have on the clock today. 6 19 minutes. Let's see something. But anyways, you guys, I'm gonna get off of here. You guys have a good weekend. I'm just calculating sometimes, you guys. Um, you guys have a good weekend. I will see you guys sometime next week. I know tomorrow is going to be kind of busy. I have paperwork to do, work to do. Friday, I'm going to be off, busy day Friday. Um, at least for the most part. And I'm just gonna have a very productive weekend. So you guys take care, be safe. I'll see you guys in the next one.